So last Saturday night, my family decided to have one of those fancy dinner parties where everyone tries to outdo each other with their culinary skills and expensive tastes. My aunt, known for her flair for the dramatic, announced she'd bring a vintage wine she had recently acquired from an exclusive auction. The moment she entered with that bottle, cradled like it was the crown jewels, we all thought we were in for a treat. The label was in a language none of us could read, which only added to the mystique. I swear, the bottle was so dusty it probably looked that way when the dinosaurs were still walking around. As dinner progressed, the atmosphere was buzzing with excitement and anticipation for this legendary wine. My uncle, the self-proclaimed sommelier of the family, was given the honor of uncorking it. He performed a whole ceremonious process, swirling the bottle, sniffing the cork, and holding it up to the light as if it was an ancient artifact. Finally, with a dramatic twist of the wrist, the cork popped, and a faintly musty aroma wafted through the air. We all took a moment, inhaling deeply and pretending we were connoisseurs of fine wines rather than people who usually drank whatever was on sale at the local grocery store. Eagerly, we filled our glasses and raised them in a toast, ready for our taste buds to be whisked away on a journey through time. But as the first drops hit our tongues, faces around the table contorted in synchronized confusion. It tasted like a mixture of vinegar and disappointment with a subtle hint of regret. My aunt looked genuinely puzzled, and my uncle, whose ego was now at stake, insisted that the wine just needed to breathe. We waited, we swirled, we sniffed again, but nothing changed. In fact, the more it breathed, the more it seemed to be gasping for help. Finally, my cousin, who had remained suspiciously quiet throughout this ordeal, stood up and walked over to examine the vintage bottle. After a brief inspection, he burst out laughing so hard he almost knocked over his chair. It turned out the label was a cheap knockoff and the vintage wine was from 2019, not 1919. My aunt was mortified, my uncle was speechless, and the rest of us just sat there howling with laughter. As we composed ourselves, my cousin raised his glass and said, "Well, at least the cork was well aged." And just like that, the cork truly was the most mature part of that entire misadventure.